Well, my name is Kyer King. I go to UT, University of Toledo. I'm 20 years old, and I'm in the process of finding myself and finding who God really is.
Um, my name is Javon Huspeff. I'm just a big follower of Christ myself, and I'm still in the process of becoming the person I want to become through God and becoming the man I want to be to share his gospel to others. So he invited me out to actually meet with him today and talk about the Lord. And usually people don't say that. So after he asked me, I instantly said yes. Like he asked me, was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
He asked me yesterday, like night, after I posted my video actually of me praying. And I was like, nah, I can't wait. I'm asking him if he's free after church. Because when it comes to the Lord, I get excited. But I appreciate him actually inviting me out here to be able to talk to him today too.
And I appreciate him for willing to do this because there's not a lot of people out here that would, do this. Everybody talk about, follow God, this, that, and the third, but they not taking that initiative to follow God. I'm not perfect in myself. I started my journey. I got baptized in 2016 or 17, and following God has been so rough since then. They always say once you get baptized, that's when real life starts. That's when the real followers of Christ really get to dive in and really get to see what God wants us to do. I really started my faith my junior year of high school. I always believed in God. I came from a Christian home, but I never really read the Bible. I never really took notes or whatever. I always used to be like, okay, I'm just go to church. That's it. But as I started to see what God has done for my family, my friends, and stuff like that, and in the world, I'm like, okay, I can do this. This is what God has called me to do or want me to do. So I took initiative and I started my journey. I'm still on my journey to this day, but it's hard. I made some mistakes. I made some poor choices, but it's okay because God has forgiven me. But my main thing is, can I forgive myself for what I've done?
Thanks. One thing, my bad, cut you off.
You good?
One thing I want to tell you about getting baptized. I just got baptized in May, and the whole point of getting baptized is like an outward show of an inward change, right? So you're showing that you're going to change. So now it's up to you to put in the work, right?
Yeah.
And by all means, my sister, after I got baptized, it hit me instantly. Actually, a week I was doing great. After that week, it fell right back into sin.
Yeah.
Fell right back into it. Messing with the wrong people, entertaining the wrong people, trying to do everything by myself because I thought just me getting baptized was just a magic trick. It's not. You gotta actually keep putting in the work, and it gets harder. But it only gets harder because of the fact that you show an outward show of an inward change. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is always going to push you the more you actually have the faith in Him, because He knows you're one of His toughest soldiers. So, the biggest key of that is don't be hard on yourself. Like, the biggest thing is like a righteous man is gonna get knocked down 7 times and get right back up. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing is that you got back up, and I'm on that journey too because I literally just got back up. I just let go, and it's just beautiful. That's the main thing about it.
It is beautiful because I always fall. I always fall to sin. I always fall to lust, whatever. But then I get right back up. But it's so hard to get back up, and it's so hard to come to God because sometimes we think we have to be all clean and fresh to go to God. But no, God wants us to come to us while we're down, while we're sad, while we're in this state of mind.
Come to Him as you are.
Yeah, we don't
come
have
to Him boldly.
Yeah, we don't have to come to Him as clean and stuff. Like if you do something that day, if you sin that day or sin that second, go to Him. Don't dwell on it. Don't really, I can't think of the word. Don't hesitate to go to God, because if you hesitate, you're going to miss out on a blessing, and you're going to miss out His voice. God always talks to us. Right now, I'm reading a book called The Voice of God, How to Know the Voice of God by Pastor Bill Strayer. This book right here, I'm only on chapter 2. I just read chapter 2 last night. But chapter 1 and chapter 2, I can't even tell you. Like, it's so much of a good book to the point where I cried last night because it was just beautiful. It taught me how to hear God's voice. And one thing he said, and I think it's right here. It's a lot, but one thing I want to say is, if you receive a word from the Lord from another believer, and the Lord has not shown you anything about this word yet, then place it on a shelf and wait. If it is something for you, the Lord will let you know directly and over time. If it is not from the Lord, then it will never come back to your remembrance again. So it's, as you can see, it's a lot in here that I highlighted, and I want to talk about it a lot.
That's
but
fire.
It's so much to talk about. You can just see what I've highlighted and everything you can read. But I started actually making content my freshman year of college. Freshman year of college was very rough. I lost a relationship that I loved. I lost some friends. I made some friends. I lost myself. The most important thing, I lost myself because I was hanging around the people I wasn't supposed to hang around. I was supposed to be something that I wasn't. And God had showed me that. And one time I was just praying. And he said, share the gospel. And I'm like, God, what you mean share the gospel? And he said, go make content. Go pray for people. Go, see if there's clubs somewhere at the University of Toledo, stuff like that. So I just started making content. The first video I made, everybody loved it. But now I'm trying to get away from just making content for other people. I'm trying to get to where I want to make content because I want to actually spread the word of gospel, not for confirmation, not for just so people can praise me and say, "Oh, you did good on this." I'm just trying to do what God wants me to do.
That's so crazy, because I actually, when I was making the content, I wake up every day at 5 a.m., right? And I get on my knees and I pray, and I record it and I'll post it. And then like the first 100 days, I think I stopped at like 186 days, if I'm not mistaken. And I think like the first 100 days, I actually wanted to do it for myself, right? And it got to the point where I was like, it just became a habit. Like, it was just a habit. I just got up and did it. I didn't care about what really happened after that. I was posted for them and not myself no more. And then I think like, was it 186? 185 was one of them. And I stopped to actually realize, I'm like, am I doing this for myself? No. So then I stopped. I was like, let me see if I'm actually going to wake up at 5 a.m. again and pray. The next day, I didn't wake up till like 8:30. And like, for me being in the habit of waking up at 5 a.m. for 186 days, and then I stopped the next day, I wake up at 8:30, just showed me, and I felt way better. It just showed me that I wasn't doing it for myself no more, and I was doing it for the attention of the seekers, if that makes sense. And after that happened though, I really started pouring myself a lot more. But it became harder because of the fact that I didn't have the worldly motivation, because I was so used to that. And then me praying a lot more, me just sitting in his presence was probably the biggest thing I learned too. Like, sometimes you might not know what you want to say to him. You might not have the words to say to him. You might just need to sit in his presence. So one thing I would tell you, like, to sit in his presence will help me. I meditate a lot, like a lot. And I do my own form of meditation. However you want to do your meditation, that's however you want to do it, right? But like, I'll be in my room. If I don't feel like going nowhere, I'll be in my room. I turn the lights off. I'll put on meditation music on the TV, and I'll just sit on my floor, crisscross applesauce, whatever you want to do, and I'll just sit there. And then like whatever comes to my mind, I'll think, and then obviously I'll start to pray when it gets to my mind. But other than that, I just sit there. Then when it gets to my mind, I just start praying, thanking God for what he's done for me today. Like, that's the biggest thing that we have to understand. If we wake up the next day, it is a gift. Like, he gifted us with another day to wake up. That means we're not done yet. Like, one thing I truly believe in, like, what people say, like, people pass away when they sleep, right? Like, how can that even happen? Like, you're asleep, you pass away. As soon as you wake up, right, the whole time, it might just be your calling. That's how I think about it, right? So, like, I actually fear death. Like, I know it's going to happen, so, like, I really don't fear it, but I don't want to die until I make my mark, you know what I'm saying, and spread the word that he's taught me. And one thing that I perceive now that I like to show everybody is that I don't know every single word of the Bible yet. I'm not perfect. I like to show me not being perfect and me working on it to people. I like to show that I'm not, like, I'm very holy, but I like to show people that, like, I'm still working on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect. I am a sinner. Like, we're all sinners. That's what the Lord died for us for. But do I want to sin? No. That's why I work on it every day, so it could get less and less and less and less. Every time I catch myself when I'm about to sin or I do sin, right there I'll be like, Lord, I'm so sorry. Or Lord, I'm so sorry. And then I'll try to get to a point where I just don't do it. Like, I'd rather just think about it and then be like, nope, let's flee from whatever it is. Like, that's the biggest thing that I learned too, is just to flee from it completely. Like, why even put yourself in that temptation to even risk it happening? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to lust, greed, wrath, whatever it is, like, just don't put yourself in that temptation no matter what. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you for sure when it comes to, like, if you start overthinking, it's a process. Like, I would say I like to overthink, but overthinking is the part of growing. It's a part of, like, I forgot who I told this to, but, like, when you overthink, it means that you're aware of your feelings. That's how I think about it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're aware of your feelings, so you overthink. But so it's not how you handle it. You're going to go to God, or you're going to go to the world. I'm going to go to God. Like, Lord, I'm overthinking right now. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, I like this person, or I don't like this person no more, but I keep going back. They keep coming back to me as that third. Like, guide me through this. Like, I would never tell the Lord to take something away. Like, have I did it before? Yes. Let me say it. Like, I did that before. I told God to take things away. But I tell God, if it's not for me, remove it or guide me through it so I can learn something.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he's been putting things in my life. Like, right today, I was like, should I do this tomorrow? Because tomorrow I bowl, right? So tomorrow I got bowling practice. I was going to meet up tomorrow. But me and being fresh out of church, like, no, let's keep this going. I actually feel good. I got the word today. Let's go talk to one of the homies about God some more. And then I'll go home and do something else about God or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't understand how actually happy I am right now. Nobody ever reached out to me to really ask me to talk about the Lord, like, and make a video. Like, that's why I actually started content. Like, that's how I know I'm in my purpose right now too. Like, he wanted me to start making content, not just to post, but to show me that I need to get out of my comfort zone. So, like, I was always super shy. I was always super reserved. I was always weird on purpose so I wouldn't be recognized, right?
Yeah.
I was always like, well, what's the word? Like, I was a popular loner. So, like, everybody knew me, but I made sure that I didn't want to be known, if that makes sense, right? But I had to catch myself. I'm like, Lord, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I do want to be famous. I do want to have recognition. I do want this, I do want that, but I want it in your way. If it's not for me, don't give it to me. But, like, I do want it for sure. But I want it so I can be able to spread his gospel, like, as much as I can.
Yeah.
And to show people my testimony that if I went through this and it relates to somebody else, you can go through it, but it takes work and dedication and obedience through him. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that because, you know, being in college, you get to see a lot of people. You get to see a lot of things that you want to do, you don't want to do, but then you end up doing it, and then it's just like, you know, God, what should I do? But then we don't really listen to God. We don't really hear God's voice. We think it's just our own mind sometimes, but it's really God. It's really a thing where you really got to sit, like you said, meditate. Yesterday, I was supposed to meditate, but I didn't because I was just tired, and that was on me. I should have meditated. But when I was reading this book, it said literally, it literally said meditate. It literally said sit in silence, don't move, don't get distracted by your phone, by TV, by cars, by anything that's going around. Don't get distracted by anything. Just sit in silence, and you will hear him. But if you don't hear him, that doesn't mean that you're not a believer or you're not close to him.
Right.
You just
You're just in silence with you.
it's just not like he's always talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's always talking to you. It's just you gotta make sure you gotta sit in that silence. It's gonna feel uncomfortable because the first couple times it really felt uncomfortable because it's just like it's silent. What up? Like I'm just supposed to sit here and just not do nothing.
Yeah, you can't sit there in silence. You gotta move. You gotta
Yeah,
touch something.
like I'm over here fidgeting a little bit. And it was just like I felt so uncomfortable. But I did it for 30 minutes. I didn't hear anything, but I know God was just speaking to me. I just didn't know what He was saying. The main thing right now I'm dealing with is transferring schools. I'm supposed to go to Morehouse College all the way in Atlanta, Georgia, but some things are happening with tuition, where tuition is I can't even talk. It's expensive, but I really want to go because I feel like God has called me to do so. You know, I got accepted into Morehouse. I got all the stuff I need to do.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
that. And then I went on my visit to Morehouse in April. I loved it. Loved every single bit of it. But what I have learned is I can get accepted into Morehouse, but God has probably told me don't go yet, or either just don't go now. You know, so the thing is, I'm trying to hear right now because I only have a week left to know if I'm going to Morehouse right now. Is really to just sit in silence and hear His voice. Just because I got accepted doesn't mean that God wants me to go. I can get accepted. You know, I can. For example, I can get 2 new jobs, right? And then God probably doesn't want me to take both of them and just stay at the job I want right now. I can sell my house, and God probably doesn't even want me to sell my house yet. It's all on His timing. You know, God is always on time. He's never late. He's always on time. I just learned that yesterday. You know, I always got told that He's always on time, but I didn't really believe it because all the stuff that I wanted now, it was never on time. It was just delayed, and that's because I kept pushing for it, even though God told me to wait. I just didn't listen. You know, we have to listen to God. We can't fight with God's word. That's God's word. He didn't tell us to fight.
Facts.
So
I think that what we get, like, then what was I trying to say? Like everything with God is like it's the right time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I believe instead of like it's the right time, we're on His time. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So like, whenever He's ready, like I was told that every time you pray, your prayers are already answered, right then and there. But it's like He takes it and He places it where it's supposed to happen at. Like boom, for example, how I said like I want to be famous, I want to have the recognition, but like I want to do it through you so I can spread your word. So, okay, boom, it's already answered, but it's on His timing. So like, oh, you got to work on this a little bit more. No, you got to do this. You got to stay obedient to me. You got to do this or whatever. You got to whatever it is. So He placed all these pieces for you, and then right here is where you end up at. So you got to go here, then over here, then back over here, then take a step back, then take over here, then you over there. Yeah. But like He already placed it for you. You know what I'm saying? So you, like you said, you just got to be patient, stay in silence, and have faith that He's gonna do it for you. Because next thing you know it, you wake up tomorrow, everything is ready for you to go to Morehouse. You never know. But one thing that I done built within myself is being calm. Like I feel like as a man, and you know how to be calm through any situation, it's a superpower. I think it's this word called stoicism. I believe is what it's called, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is stoicism. It's like the power of being calm through any situation. And I developed that very, very, very much. Like, for lack of better terms, I just don't care. Yeah. In a good way. Like, it was the right thing, by all means, I'm gonna show you my feelings saying that I care. But if you just coming to me about whatever it is or trying to get me out way to sin or get into anything worldly. Like, no, bro. Like, I'm gonna be calm through it. And then it's not me push you off. Now I'm gonna guide you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is my time to actually give your words of wisdom, and hopefully it hits you how the words of wisdom hit me. You know what I'm saying? So just always have your mindset on that. It's going to happen. But if it doesn't happen, that means it's not for me. Because, like, you never know. He could be saving you from a lot of things that you don't even know what's happening behind closed doors. But by all means, if he gave it to you, it's meant to be for sure.
Yeah, because I was thinking, you know, since I got accepted, that means go. It doesn't mean go. It's just the stuff that I wanted. You know, I got accepted, but God hasn't gave me the way to, not, I wouldn't say the way, but God hasn't gave me the answer to go yet. And I learned that we got to stop looking for answers sometimes. We got to just, like I said, we got to just hear him.
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
it's literally just hear him. It's not always going to be answers. It's just you got to hear him. God can speak through people. He can speak through signs. He can speak through anything. Because as God has made this earth, God has made all the stuff that we are evolving right now. And right now, what I got out of this book that I read yesterday, it's called the If. So when this dude said, if this happens or it happens, then it is the Lord. But selling your house does not necessarily mean that you are supposed to move. Being hired does not mean that you are to take the job, and on and on and on. We are not to be led by fleeces. Where is fleeces at? Because you explain what a fleece is going to the Lord and saying to him, Lord, if my house sells, then I know I am to move. So that means literally what I just said. If I got accepted into Morehouse, that means I got to go. I don't have to go to Morehouse. I got accepted, but that does not mean that I need to go to Morehouse. You know, I have a desire to go to Morehouse and to really, you know, graduate from there and be a Morehouse man, but it's probably not my time right now. And to finish what he said, we are to be led by the word, spirit, and the voice of the Lord only. As believers, we have direct access to God, and we need to approach him to find out what he wants for our lives. So approach him. That means talk to him. That means pray. That means talk to him. You know, praying and talking to him is two different things. You know, well, it's the same thing, but you know, you can pray, but also you can talk to him like a therapist. You can tell him what's really going on. He already knows what's going on, but you can tell him what's going on, what needs to happen, what you want to happen, what you're angry about, what you're sad about, how you feeling. He already knows all of this, but he wants you to tell him, so he knows that you want help, that you're seeking his word, that you're seeking his help. So me going to Morehouse right now, I don't know. I haven't heard his voice yet. I don't want to say I don't know any answers, but I haven't heard his voice yet, and it's something that I want to hear from the Lord himself, because going to Morehouse is one of the things I really want to do. But if it's not the time right now, then it's not the time. And I was talking to one of my mentors. She said, I told her I'll be mad not going to Morehouse. She said, you won't be mad, you'll be disappointed. And I said, yeah, I'll be disappointed. I'll just be disappointed of the opportunity that I wasn't, you know, supposed to happen. You know, a lot of people don't get accepted into Morehouse, and I did, and that's all because of God. But the thing is like, God, why let me get accepted, but you might tell me don't go yet? You know, why let me get accepted when I don't have everything that I need? I don't have the money for it. I don't have the financial stuff for it, you know. But I don't want to not trust him and ask him why like that. You know, I trust him enough, but I just want to know, why did he let me get accepted and I probably won't be able to go because of financial aid things or just anything? But it's always a question. There's always a question why. That's our biggest thing in the world is, why this, why that? Sometimes you just got to let it be. You don't always have to be why. It's just don't. I wouldn't even say don't question God sometimes, because God knows what's right. But just really, just sit there and just see, why did He, let me get accepted? Why did He let me get this job? Why did He let me go through this? Why did He let me have hardships in life? He never made a mistake making you. He never made a mistake making me or him or anybody in this world. We are supposed to be where we at right now because God has a plan for us in the future. If we have everything in the world right now that we wanted, we probably would have lost it because He didn't tell us to have it right now. I want my own car right now. I'm just driving my mom's right now. And that's a God-given gift. My mom didn't let me have to drive her car sometimes. She didn't let me have to do this, do that. But by the grace of God, she let me drive her car. By the grace of God, we have a car to drive. I have a car to drive.
You're able to drive. You have a license to drive.
Mm-hmm.
You have eyes. You have legs.
Yep.
Like, that's the thing. That's why, like, I became so, like, I ain't gonna say I'm at peace, but just everything became easier because, like, I take every little thing that I have as a blessing. Like, there's a lot of people that don't have certain things that I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to boast it and show it off, this and the third, no. Like, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna live my life for me? That's all I'm here to do. Live my life for me through the Lord. Whatever He wants me to do is what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm not gonna let nobody belittle me for nothing because of the fact that I do what I want to do. As long as I'm doing it through God, how can you even judge one of us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about me is I would never judge nobody, ever. I can't do it. I just never will. Because, like, you never know. That might be a diamond in the rough that you walk right past that could give you one piece of information, one piece of advice that you need for your whole life. That's why I'm so open to, like, meeting people now, to communicating with people, not being super shy. Like, I do everything. I used to be very paranoid to just be around people. Now, I'm just very smart. Like, do I have to protect myself all the time? Yes. Does he have to protect himself at all times? Yes. Like, it's about moving with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm just so big on, like, understanding that He's always going to move when it's time to move. Like, the Lord is going to allow the bad things to happen for a reason. It's going to allow, I want to say confusion, allow you to be uncomfortable and allow you to be think like how you said, like, why? Like, I feel like questioning God, we shouldn't do that. But asking questions, there's nothing wrong with asking questions, but you shouldn't question Him. Like, if you're confused about something or whatever, Lord, I'm confused about this, that, and the third. Can you show me? Can you give me any type of sign to help me get through this right now? So, like, why did you let this happen to me? Like, it happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference from questioning Him than asking questions. Like, okay, Lord, I was confused why this happened. Like, show me why this happened so that's so I can get through it. Like, I ask God questions like that all the time, actually, because, like, I want to know. I actually really want to know so I can become better. Like, ever since I've been doing that, He'll show me. He'll really show me. He'll like, all right, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to tell you why I did it, but I'm going to show you. It's up to you to see if you're going to persevere through it. Like, I was taught that the Lord, so you know how we'll say the enemy is working right now, this, that, and the third or whatever, right?
Yep.
Whole time, it might not be the enemy. It could just be the Lord working through you so you can understand something. But understand that the Lord will allow the enemy to get you off track, right? The enemy has to go through the Lord first, because the enemy knows the word too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the enemy has to go through the Lord to do something for you. So, like, the enemy will go like, can I do this to him? And then the Lord be like, you know what? yeah, he needed to go through that real quick. No, I got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I really truly believe. And that's why, like, he was just telling me about the book, stuff like that. Like, I do be a little confused about, like, what I hear or stuff like that, because like, I hear a lot. And most of the time I know it comes from the Lord because, like, I'll apply it and then everything will work out how it's supposed to work out. Like, I just love the journey with him. Like, I love that I, like, was able to fall, but his hand is still right there. Like, he gives me his mercy, his salvation, his love, like, every day. And I pray for that. So that's just the biggest thing. Like, wisdom is the biggest thing with us. Like, or here's a question for you as well that just came to my mind. Do you think, because this is probably the biggest thing that we struggle with today as a society when it comes to men. But, all right, so, my bad. Okay, it's a question that came to my mind that I have a scripture and everything on it, but like I just want to ask you a question first because like I already have a perception. Do you think that men has to rely on money to get around in the world? Like, I don't even know how to word it. Like, why do you think like this picture is painted on men in a society that we need to have money, that we need to be on our stuff, like right now?
I would say number one, social media. I would say number two, women.
Yep.
And I would say number three, ourselves. Number one, social media. A lot of these young men and older men are flashing watches, flashing cars, flashing chains, money, stuff like that, right? As a 20-year-old man, I'm not going to have everything in life. I'm not about to have $1 million in my account. I'm not about to have luxurious watches, cars, whatever. That's just, for me. I don't believe I can have that right now. I mean, can I have it by the Lord's will? Yes, but I don't think I need to rely on money to actually be in life and be successful because, I mean, number one, the person who makes you successful is God and yourself, right? Money is just, it gets you places. It helps you, feed yourself. But, and also when it comes to women, we tend to want to make we tend to want to make women happy by buying them things, by giving them expensive purses, expensive shoes, materialistic stuff. But the main thing is how to make somebody happy is quality time, getting to really know them. What else? Affirmations. Like, you don't have to buy everything in the world just to make somebody happy.
Showing that you actually care.
Yeah, because just buy, like, you can buy a girl a $500 purse, right? You might be on your last dollar just spending that on her, and she would never know because you wouldn't make her happy. Now she could be happy, but you're gonna be sad. You gonna be sad knowing that you just spent your last on an expensive purse, knowing that you can get a purse from, I don't know, Macy's for $20-$30 and can still look like a $500 purse. I saw that happen before. My mom has a purse from, I think, Burlington. That's like, I don't know, $30-$40. That still look like it's expensive. And
the biggest thing that is, this is like, okay, because I can dive deep into this. I've been wanting to talk about this to somebody, like to a child of God for a minute, because it's actually what I'm dealing with right now. Like, so the biggest thing that we have on each other, men and women, is expectations. And for no reason. Like, we get into something and we just expect this, that, and the third. But for what? Like, why did you expect something out of me and we only been in this for a month? But by all means, let me say like this too. If you're just anointed and you just know, you should already know what to do for sure.
Yeah.
But expecting, what I mean by expecting things is like, how am I going to give you a cup full of water if my cup is not already full yet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going to pour into you from my half empty cup just to make yours half full? Let me make mine full and overflowing so I could pour into yours and make yours full and overflowing.
Yep.
So you could do the same thing to me. And now we just pouring into a cup that's overflowing together. You know? And that doesn't just go for material. That goes for everything in the book. Like, I forgot the verse, but like, love is patient, love is kind. I forgot the verse. Dang it. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So that goes into this verse that I pulled up. I wish I had my Bible.
You can link it up in here.
Oh, I got it, Bible. You got it. So it's Ecclesiastes 7:12. It's probably my top 3 verse of all time for sure. It's Ecclesiastes 7:12, the NIV version. It says, "Wisdom is a shelter as money is a shelter, but the advantage of knowledge is this: wisdom preserves those who have it." So, going into that, let me read it one more time for y'all. So, wisdom is a shelter as money is a shelter, but the advantage of knowledge is this: wisdom preserves those who have it. So, wisdom and money is things you need in life, because money is a tool, wisdom is a tool. But the thing with money is that it can run out. And every day you have to work for it to have it, but it can run out. Wisdom, you have to get up and work for it, because you have to put yourself out there to gain wisdom. You got to read things, you got to search things up or whatever. You got to get in your Bible to understand the wisdom. But the advantage of it is the wisdom is going to preserve you, because after you learn about it, it shouldn't leave, because it's in you, it's internally in you. But now money, it leaves because what you do, you'll spend it, you give it to people or whatever. But the biggest thing with me, that's why I used to idolize money a lot. That's why I was chasing it. I was really chasing it until the point like a lot of things got taken away from me. And after I realized, I was like, I really don't need this. Like, money's gonna get me around as a tool that I need, but to bring me peace, it's never gonna do that. Money doesn't bring peace. Does it buy happiness? Yeah, for sure. It'll buy temporary happiness for sure. If you want to go get something, you got the money to do it, it'll definitely buy you happiness. But that's the thing. With that, you'll have to keep making money to keep spending it. Keep spending, you're gonna get burnt out. With the wisdom and the eternal life from the Lord and the wisdom He gives you, it's just always there. It's never gonna leave. And then the moment you feel slowed down, you feel like you don't have it or whatever, guess what? You go right back to Him, and it's right there. That's probably one of the biggest verses that I like make sure I live by because of the things I go through. Like, there's a lot of people that's like doesn't know when to follow Him or if they should follow Him.
Yep.
And I tell them, I was like, the reason why I'm even such a big follower, because I experienced Him, and I want to learn, and I want to believe, I want to know, and I know He's real. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I experienced Him plenty of times through everything. He saved my life plenty of times. I'm not gonna get into all that, but like, for my testimony, everybody has a different testimony, but it all leads to the Lord because He is almighty to me. Like, I feel like everybody's testimony is different, but it's all very special in their own way. Like, it's just the way He works and the way He moves is just such a blessing, because like the way He uses us to pour back into y'all, like, by all means, like, I actually took a step back from content creating, making videos how I used to, and all that kind of crap because of the fact that, like, my cup was empty. I had a real big case of sympathy fatigue. Like, I was very, like, I just didn't care about nobody else's feelings at the moment because I was always doing that. And I got burnt out to the point where I had to go, let me get back right with the Lord and get back on track with Him, because I was falling off track. I was sinning, doing worldly things, trying to oppress the world instead of trying to oppress the Lord.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
now it's to the point where, like, if I want to go do something now, I'm doing it for me. Like if I wanted to go buy, let's say, some more clothes or there was in the third, I'm doing it for me. Like, I love to look good. I love to take care of myself. I love to dress up. I love fashion. I love shoes. Like, I love it, for sure. Like, that's what makes me happy in the world. But knowing that I'm doing that through God, and He's blessing me with the ability to be able to go get it, the ability to work, the ability to live in my purpose, and He's rewarding me with the funds to be able to go buy these things, it makes it even much better. Because now I'm not even doing it for nobody else, I'm doing it for me. Like, I dress up, I have nice clothes on, this and the third, for me. I go in the gym, like, it then smelling good. Like, I go to the gym smelling good. Like, I love cologne. Like, these things is me saying that if you do the things through Him and you know you're doing it for Him, you will bear more fruit through Him, for sure. Like, I forgot what the note I just said. Like, there's so many things I think about and so many things that come to my mind with the Lord, and I say it and I write it down and I instantly, like, I ain't gonna say I forget, but it'd be so much information that I get from Him, which is a blessing. But, like, it's so hard to explain it because he overdoes his job every single time. Like, he overdoes it. That's what he's known for anyway. Like, that's why I love him so much. Like, I don't play about bro. Like, I don't play about him.
That's true, bro. I do got a question, though.
Yes, sir.
Do you surround yourself with other Christians? Now, this could mean, do you have a Christian-based community? Do you have friends that actually want to learn about God, that actually wants to actually have a relationship with God? We got all these friends are believers or unbelievers, but we don't have those real friends that actually want to learn about God. We all have a talk where, we want to learn about God, we want to talk about Him, and I've dealt with it. I've dealt with myself, I've dealt with friends, family, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, like, do you have that community? Do you have those friends that actually want to learn about God, that actually are willing to talk about God at any time of the day? If it's in the morning, if it's at night, late at night, whenever. Like, do you have those friends that you can call if you have questions about God, if you can just talk to them about anything or sort like that?
That's a great question, because actually in church the word was kind of like similar to that, but to be honest, the only people I really got, like, wow, okay, as in friends, yes, and that's my church community, right? Mm-hmm. And just meeting you now, knowing that you like to talk about Him or whatever, like, I'm still in the process of surrounding myself around people like that because I'm such a believer, but I'll be around people who wants to pull me right back into sin, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so on my journey now, yes, I'm starting to be around people who actually wants to talk about Him, actually wants to learn about Him. And then wow, that was probably one of the best questions I've had in a minute. It was making me think, like, so majority is yes, but I used to be around a lot of worldly flesh, for sure. Like, I'm in the process of making sure I burn my flesh, and I'm trying to make people understand that the smell of burning flesh is a sweet aroma to God. So the more you kill your flesh, the more you flee from the world and you put yourself around Him in spirit, the better off you are anyway. Like, it was just a situation that just became better, actually, and they got saved today, and everything. Like it was dope to see it because I was in worldly things, and then just to understand that I felt convicted through all that made me understand that yes, like I am a real child of the Lord because I felt convicted. I didn't like being in it. Then the moment I tried to fight stuff like that, did I fell right back into it? I did. To the point where I was like, I really can't do this no more. I just feel terrible, and I really let it go. That's who Jesus is. Like I said, a righteous man, a righteous child of God is going to fall 7 times, but get right back up. That's exactly what I was doing. I fell, then I got right back up. I was like, no, I can't do this. But then I'll fall again. I got right back up. I can't do this. Then I'll fall again. Then I'll fall again. Then I'll fall again. But I got right back up. But this time, I'm actually standing 10 toes behind it, and I'm not letting that happen again. I don't want it to happen again. And by all means, if it does happen again, the Lord will show you His mercy. But don't take that for granted, though. You should want to just change yourself. And and then I got to the point where I was like, man, I've been doing this too many times. Like, I got to the point where, like, I'm failing God. Like, I feel like He don't even love me no more. I feel like I've been so disobedient to Him by falling in sin after I got baptized, and just feel like I was failing Him, right? And that's what the enemy wants. He wants to confuse your mind, like, yeah, you're not worth it. You're not. The whole time you are. You just fail, and it's okay. And what you really should be worried about is if you were sinning and you didn't feel convicted and you just like to do it. That's where you should be worried at. If you were sinning and stuff like that, you felt convicted, the Lord is still there. The Lord's always going to be there. But that means, like, yeah, come on now. It's time for you to get back on track. Like, okay, you learned. Did you learn from it, though? What did you take away from it? That's the big picture of that. So to answer that question, now I'm starting to be around people like that.
There's a scripture with that question, Ephesians 6-11. Let no one deceive you with empty words, for because of such things God's wrath comes on those who are disobedient. Therefore, do not be partners with them. For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light. For the fruit of the light consists of all goodness, righteousness, and truth. And find out what pleases the Lord. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, and rather expose them. So that's Ephesians 6-11. That's basically saying, don't be partners or don't be friends with people who do stuff in the dark and people who sin, because you're gonna fall right back into sin if you're trying to get out of sin. I have so many friends that I'm gonna answer the question just I'm gonna try to answer it fast. But I have a lot of friends, right? I grew up in Toledo. I know a lot of people here, but I don't have a good Christian-based friendships. You know, now meeting him for real, I have one. I can say I have one.
Most definitely.
But I have it's a group called Young Life. I started going there high school, my sophomore year. Yeah, my sophomore year I started going there. It's where Christian people come together, worship God, talk about God, and just have fun. But if you wanna know, like, do I have actually friends instead of groups? No. I mean, I can say I do a little bit. It's a couple people, but it's not a lot. You know, I was just telling somebody yesterday, you got to get a better relationship with God. And I wasn't just talking to her. I was just talking to me also. Because I was telling her that having a better relationship with God is going to take you places that you never knew you can or knew where you need to go. You know, having that relationship with yourself also, you know, you need to get to know yourself as a person. You know, God can tell you who you are as a person. But if you're just not trying to be with other people who are Christian people and keep being the people who are sinning, drinking, having sex, or talking about lustful things, whatever, then you're going to become like them. It's a saying that my mentor always tells me. If you hang out with 5 dumb people, you're gonna be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 rich people, you're gonna be the 6th. You know, it's all about hanging around with the right people, and it's not even about at the right time. It's just hanging around the people that you need to hang around with. If you hang around with people who drink, who smoke, who cuss every day, you know, I still cuss. I'm not perfect. But cussing is probably one of the most hardest things to stop doing. I'm like, to be honest, it is the most hardest thing to do.
For sure.
But if you just hang around people who smoke, drink, all that type of stuff, then you're just gonna be like them.
What do you think is gonna happen?
You're gonna develop, like, if you've never done that, and this happened to me in college. I never smoked, I never drank, but I did once I got to college. That's because I was hanging with people who did all that. You know, I don't do it anymore. Like, I didn't do it heavily. I tried some stuff, but I didn't consistently do it because I know that's not for me. Mm-hmm. When I was doing it, I didn't even feel right doing it. Like, they did it because they wanted to, they loved it, they wanted to get drunk, they wanted to not feel what they was feeling. And I told somebody this yesterday also, you know, this person was depressed or is depressed, and the person was like, well, I'm about to go out and have fun and just forget about it. Sometimes you gotta sit in that depression, and just really sit there and pray too. You can't always distract yourself from being sad. You gotta live with it, because if you just distract yourself, you're never gonna be healed. That's the number one thing too. People don't like to be healed. They don't like to sit and wait to be healed. They want to be healed instantly, and that's it. That doesn't work like that, and God didn't make it like that. You gotta be able to, you know, you got to be able to have a cold turkey, what is it called? It's called, just go cold turkey and just stop doing stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, pray about it first, though. You always got to pray about what you want to stop doing, what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. This actually, Michael Beasley said this. I'm going to quote him. I forgot how he really said it, but he was talking about a mountain, right? He was like, it's this mountain right here, right? And you try to find the easiest way to get around and get over it. So you might go over it, you might go around it, you might take a trail and go this way or that way, whatever it is, but the quickest way you might have to do is just go straight through it. Mm-hmm. And that's what you have to do with yourself. Like, you try to avoid it, so you go over it or you go around it. The whole time, the Lord's trying to tell you, go through it. You have to go through it, because if you go around it or go over it, you're not going to learn from it. So that's why he works the way he does. You have to go through whatever you're going through to learn from it. But that only starts, and it only going to work if you work. Prayer without work is dead. So you have to be able to understand that you want to work, though. So me waking up every morning to go to the gym, or me waking up every morning to eat the right foods and take care of my body, I have to take care of my temple. I want to. And the Lord blessed me with all the abilities to be able to do that. So, like, how can I sit here and he blessed me with so much and I could do all this, but not give him praise? Or I can't teach his teachings, or I can't spread his teachings, I should say, or I can't be obedient to him. Like, that's why, like, this is such a blessing to me right now to be able to sit here and talk about it, because I know what it's like, and he knows what it's like to fall, but to get back up and really try to walk the path of righteousness. And I really just don't have the words of how grateful I am for this right now. It's just, it's an all-around blessing. Like,
it is. And you know, one of my favorite books in the Bible is Romans. Romans has taught me about.
Everybody says that.
Because Romans open up. It's Proverbs, Romans. All those open up your eyes to.
Have you read all the Gospels?
I have not, and I'm actually on the Gospel right now. It's John, and I'm on.
John's my favorite book.
Right now I'm on John. But I'm on John 4 right now.
John 4.
And I'm gonna be straight honest. I started probably 2 months ago reading John, right? I'm on John 4. And it's crazy because I should have been done with the book of John, but we all fall short. And I'm not saying it's okay, but at the same time, it's like you gotta pick up your cross and keep going. You can't let the world just discourage you from doing the things that you need to do in life. You know, I let the world discourage me from a lot of things. Number one was following God and reading my Bible every day, because I used to be on fire for God. Like my junior year of high school and my senior year of high school, I was on fire for God. But I lost that fire when I got to college. And people said college is an experience. So where you either gonna find yourself, lose yourself. The list just goes on.
Mm-hmm.
In college, I lost myself, right? I haven't even found myself again because I kept doing the wrong things. I kept doing my first year of college. You know, I kept ignoring the signs that God gave me. I kept ignoring the things that I was supposed to do. You know, at one point in time, I was on fire my freshman year of college, and I was second semester. When everything started going down, second semester, that's when I got on fire for God, because it's like, God, I literally prayed. I'm like, God, I don't know what's going on in my life right now. I need help. I don't know who I'm becoming. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know who I am. God, please help me. And a couple days after, you know, I heard his voice for the first time in my entire life. In my entire life, I heard him say, you will be okay. And with that, I just cried out. And then I kept hearing his voice, but then I got off track again, and I couldn't hear him. So I would say my freshman year of college was very an experiencing moment. Also my sophomore year, which is what I just got done with. Both years was learning experiences from a lot, because I've been through a lot. I'm still going through stuff, and I'm just letting y'all know it is okay to go through stuff that you're going through now. You know, he did not make a mistake putting you where you're at right now. That's the main thing I always want to tell people. God never made a mistake. God was always perfect. He was always a savior. He was always willing to help others. And he wants us to help others. We can't be perfect, but we can have the desires to help people like him. We can have the desires to spread the gospel like he did and help others. But the number one thing I learned from those 2 years was really I just gave myself a question I haven't asked myself in a minute. I would say in those past 2 years of college, I would say be around the people who need to be around. You know, ask God for the spirit of discernment. The spirit of discernment everybody needs, because everything is not okay to be around. Everybody's not okay to be around. Because we off camera, we talking about the spirit of discernment. You know, he's looking for the spirit of discernment right now, and you know, I have the spirit of discernment because sometimes now I know that I don't need to be around this person. I don't need to have this person in my life, but I want to keep that person in my life because how good they're making me feel, or I don't want to hurt their feelings. But sometimes it's okay to hurt others in the process, because I wouldn't even say it's okay to hurt others. It's just sometimes it's okay to
Choose yourself.
Yes.
Always. So actually, to get into that, so I think I actually do have the spirit of the discernment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I be questioning too much because it's like I hear so much, and I be questioning myself because I be like, is it coming from him? Is it coming from just me thinking? Is it this and a third? But every time when it's me thinking, it'll never happen. And I act on my own, it'll never happen. I was supposed to. If I act on him, and I act on what I heard, I think it's from him, it always happens. So, like, the way how the Lord works actually is like everything we're talking about is everything I literally just got over. Like like 2-3 days ago, just got over actually, and I like, and really just said, no, I'm giving this up. I'm putting it down for real. Like always been preaching about the Lord and stuff like that. Always, I could say preaching, but spreading the word of the Lord. But I had to look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, what am I not doing right? I feel it. I know I'm not doing something right. And then I know what it is. Let me correct that. And he went into like being around the people, like being around certain people, this and the third. And this goes into the verse I have is in John, actually. It's John 13:34. And it says, this is the NIV version. It says, a new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. And then this is verse 35. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciple if you love one another. And that goes into me, I move with love, period. I'm going to show love no matter what, because you might need it. And I might need it too, because like, I feel good by helping people. Mm-hmm. Like that's my purpose. Like I think my calling was to just help. Like my biggest characteristic, my superpower is loyalty. Like one thing, like loyalty goes a long way from just like making sure you're the only one. Just like it goes like I'm doing work behind your back for you. I'm making sure you're good. I'm praying for you. I'm putting everything together so we all can win. Like that's me. Like if I call you my friend, my brother, brother in Christ, family, whatever it is, I'm the type to what can I do to make sure we all winning? And that goes into why I always struggle, because I carry the weight on my shoulders. Like I'm just this superhero. I'm not. And I know for a fact that everybody doesn't need me. And that's the one thing I learned, because like not everybody needs me. So is this playing music? It was. Okay. Is it playing music still? Okay, cool. That goes into the fact that I'm not the superhero, and not everybody is going to need me, and that was my biggest thing too. Like I always wanted to make sure everybody was good around me. Mm-hmm. Like if you showed me your loyalty and you showed me that I could be around you, and you actually helped me some type of way, you automatically in my circle now. Like I got to pay them back somehow, some way, and that put a burden on me because I forced myself to work so hard to where I was burnt out, to where it caused that sympathy fatigue, and it just gets to a point where it goes into, are you going to save yourself, or are you going to just keep staying in that water drowning? Like, are you going to let that same thing happen to you, or are you going to get up and do something about it to make it make sense to others? Like, you have to be willing to put yourself first no matter what. And you don't owe an explanation too. When it comes to the Lord, you don't owe an explanation. Tell him straight up. Like he said, when the Lord told you it was going to be okay, that's all he really needed to, oh yeah, he's real. Yeah, I need to start getting on my stuff for real. The only thing he told me was get up. That's the first thing I heard from him was get up. That's all I needed. And that pushed me to, bless him, just get up. Just get up every single time. Just get up. If you fall, get up. If this happens, get up. And we all have he has his own message for every one of us. My message could be the same for yours, but it's meant in different ways for us, for sure.
Yeah. This scripture I have is from Psalms, I think it's 54.
Psalms 54.
Or 55.
That's crazy, because you're on John right now, and I'm actually finna start reading Romans.
All I gotta say is by reading Romans is you're gonna highlight, you're gonna take notes, you might cry, because Romans get you there. Romans definitely teaches you some stuff about. God literally talks to you through Romans. Like he talked to me through Romans. Like also, what I learned about, just a quick thing, what I learned that God literally wrote this Bible, but he also talks to you also through it. If you if you're praying. And if you read the Bible after or before you, just either way, he literally talks to you through the Bible. That's one of the
Mhm.
main things he's talked to you through, because he made this. He wrote everything in this Bible. Like
It's the cheat code to life.
it's literally a cheat code to life. Everybody says it. The Bible is the cheat code to life. You would just don't ever forget that. Now I want to start actually reading books, because I want to expand my vocabulary. I want to actually talk correctly and talk properly.
Self-improvement.
Just self-improvement.
Mm-hmm.
But the verse I have here is Psalms 54, verse 22. Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He would never let the righteous be shaken. So what that really means is release the things that are weighing you down. God doesn't always promise to take care of the pain away quickly, but He promised to sustain you through it by producing the strength and support. Now providing the strength and support. Now, when God provides the strength and support, He's there for you. But He's also going to place people in your life to show you that you are supported. You are strong, you are courageous, you are confident. He's going to place things in your life to show you who you are. He's going to place people to actually tell you who you are. But if God did not tell you this, then you don't have to listen to them. But if you heard this from God, so if somebody told you that, what's an example? If somebody told you or prophesied over you where you're going to get a house in the next 3 months, right? And if you didn't hear that from God Himself, then you don't have to worry about that. But if you did hear that from God and He did talk to you about that, then you know that is your time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know that it is real, because somebody has actually prophesied over you that you're going to get this house in 3 months. And if you heard that from God, if God told you you're going to get that house in 3 months, then you have to believe that, because God also told you this, and somebody else is telling you this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about listening to God. Like, I'm a keep quoting this every time I talk. The voice of God. You gotta know the voice of God. You gotta know who's talking to you. You gotta know if it's you talking to you, talking to yourself, or if it's God talking to you. It's a couple of verses. It's not coming to my mind right now, but I want to ask some questions. But right now, like, there's no questions coming to mind right now. Oh, I think we already talked about the content thing. Did you answer why did you start content?
I think I did. If I'm not mistaken. I could.
Yeah, I think he answered that already.
Yeah.
There's some more questions that's not coming to my mind, but it's some good questions. I just can't think of nothing right now.
Well, while you're thinking about them, I got one verse that I want to speak on that we actually talked about in church today. Or we didn't talk about it in church, but it was one of the verses, one of the deacons I said today.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Psalms 1, verse 1 and 2. And it is, blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on His law day and night. And that really hit me deep, because I was in the way of sinners, and I was trying to get away from it. I fell right back in. And that went into, it just stuck with me when he asked me, like, do I be around people of Christians and stuff like that. And it just showed me that what I went through in that situation, I was supposed to do that, because now they're in church too. They got saved, but he used me to help somebody else, even though he used me in a way that, like, you know, for lack of better terms, he used me in a way that, how can I say this? He used me to help somebody else. I'm gonna just say it like that, right? And did it take me to sin and stuff like that? It did, but he also taught me a lesson through that too. So that's why he even let that happen, and why I fell and fell and fell and fell. And he showed me his mercy. He showed me that was supposed to happen for me and happen for them. But he used me as a vessel to get through them a little bit so they could start following Christ and understanding him for themselves. And then verse 2 it says, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That goes into me meditating. That's how I took it. Me meditating on him, sitting in his presence, learning his words. In the morning, Bible studies. Me, that's like meditation to me. Because now I'm dwelling in his words to understand him. And then in the day, and then at nighttime, I pray, I do a Bible study, I read the Bible, whatever it is, at night to learn more about him. Mm-hmm. And me doing all that shows me that I don't have to be around the sinners. I don't have to sit in my own thoughts because I think I'm failing the whole time. I just got to remove myself and put myself first because I'm trying to help other people. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. Do you want to help people and spread it? Yes. But do you have to put yourself first? Do you have to save yourself to make sure you're right to even spread his word? Yes. You have to. You have to make sure, like I said, you make sure you got to have a full and overflowing cup to pour somebody else's. Now, boom, say your cup is full, right? But it's not overflowing. You pour it to their cup. Now theirs is half full, yours is half empty. Now you have a half empty cup. Theirs half full. They didn't have nothing, but you gave them wisdom. Now they took it and ran with it, stuff like that. Now their cup is overflowing. Now what do you got to do? You got to work again. You falling off track and stuff. So why not work to where you have an overflowing cup so you can pour into somebody else's. Now their cup is full. Yours is still overflowing so you can pour into somebody else's cup. Me, that's why I work so hard now to make sure my cup is overflowing and not full. It's a difference from the half empty, the half full, just being full and overflowing. You got to know the differences in that.
If you think, being full is okay, and it might be okay, but being full is just like, being full is, what is it? Being full,
like a car.
Yeah, being full is like, okay, I'm here, I'm at the top right now, I'm full. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. But if you wanna be more, you gotta have that cup to overflow. You wanna keep striving to have that cup to overflow. Being full is good, but overflowing is greater because you want more. You're striving to do better. You're striving to actually, help others and help yourself. Because being full, we can all be full. Imagine we can all be full. We can all have a full cup of glass of water, right? And then we'll all be good. But once we fall back into sin, we might have to pour some out. And if we fall back into sin again, pour some out. Fall back into sin, pour some out. It's like it can go on and on and on. So overflowing is where you still making mistakes, but you're also fixing them when you know that it's a mistake. A lot of people don't realize making mistakes are actually good because you learn from that. Mm-hmm. But if you keep making mistakes, then you're not learning from that.
Not a choice.
That's the definition of insanity. You keep repeating the same things and expect a different outcome. I learned that my freshman year of college. The definition of insanity. You literally do the same things over and over and over and expect a different outcome. Mm-hmm. You gotta want to change. Mm-hmm. So, in order to change, you have to want to do better. You gotta want to be better in life. So, that's what I have for that. I don't know anything else you got to talk about, or any verses you would like to share. Just anything that's God talking to you, God, you want to just say to them or to me, to you, to the world, like just anything.
I don't even know. Like, ball me, something's gonna come to me. So that's why, like, I even love talking about him in the first place. Cause like to speak on this, I came out here. I ain't gonna say I came out unprepared, but like I came out here right after church. So after the church, I came straight here. So like I didn't bring my Bible to church because I came in here just to seek the word. Sometimes I don't bring my Bible there because I just want to seek the word. I have my phone, my Bible app on my phone, but I just came there just to seek the word, right? And I came out here straight from church, off the word I got. But I'm prepared. Like I want to have my Bible. I want to have all my notebooks and my books and stuff like that. But I was like, let me come out here and speak from the heart. That's one thing that you have to understand too. So actually, boom. See, I knew something was gonna come to me. So speaking on the half cup, the cups or whatever, right? And this is the importance of the Lord as well. Say you have your cup is full, right? And there's another cup that's full, and say you pour it into a cup or whatever, right? And then that cup is unloyal, whatever, does something, and now it does something to your cup. Now your cup is empty and it breaks, right? But now you try to repair it, and you pour water into it. It's going to leak out because you try to repair it. Now what the Lord will do, he'll take that cup, he'll throw it away. He's going to renew your spirit and give you a new heart. You understand what I'm trying to say? So like, if you try to fix it, it's still gonna have problems with it. Mm-hmm. You would try your best or whatever, but it's still gonna have problems with it. But now if you give it to the Lord, he can be like, oh, you still got this. Here. He'll give you a new one. He'll clean your spirit and renew your heart. He'll clean your heart and renew your spirit. He will literally do that for you. So understand, if you say you're going through heartbreak, say you're going through anything to where your heart is hardened, or anything, or you have a heart full of gold, but you get played with stuff like that, he will still renew it. Like gold could get tarnished or whatever. He'll still renew it. He'll clean it up for you. Understand that too. So like you could have a full cup, but it might be shattered, and you try to fix it on your own, and you try to pour it and stuff like that. You're like, it's not working. It's not working. It's because you trying to do it by yourself. Seek the Lord, and He'll renew it and give you a whole new one. That's the thing I wanted to speak on that too.
There's two things that is my final things that I want to say from the book I was reading. And it's this: the closer a believer is to the Lord, the more they will hear His voice. The farther the believer is from the Lord, the voice of the Lord grows dimmer and dimmer. But I can show you every believer that the Lord is speaking to them in a simple way. A believer attends church. The Lord speaks to them to go. When a believer prays at all, the Lord was speaking to them to do so. When a believer helps someone, the Lord spoke to the believer to help them out. When any believer repents or apologizes for wrong or sinful behavior, the Lord spoke to them to do so. When any believer does anything spiritual, the Lord spoke to them to do so. And the last one, and when I talk about stop seeking for answers, so quit seeking Him for answers when you already have received your answers. Just rest and trust in God and wait for Him to speak again to you. Please do not question the fact that God is speaking to you. Do not think He won't speak to you, or that you are not special or close enough to the Lord for Him to speak to you. The voice of the Lord rings out to the unbeliever and the believer, anyone who will listen to His voice. They will be blessed and live a victorious Christian life. So that's a couple things I want to give y'all. Really just, like I said, don't seek for answers. You already have your answers. Just sit in silence and trust in Him and rest. And the other one, what did I say? That's the thing too. Once I read, I forget sometimes what I just read.
That happens to me all the time.
And I'm gonna just look at it again because
there's nothing wrong with that.
That
happens to me all the time.
Oh. The closer a believer is to the Lord, the more they will hear His voice. The farther the believer is from the Lord. The voice of the Lord grows dimmer and dimmer. So if you're close to the Lord, you will hear him. If you're kind of far from the Lord, if you're further from the Lord, his voice slowly starts to dimmer and it slowly starts to fade away. I wouldn't even say fade away because you still hear him. It's not clear as you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So always be close to the Lord so you can hear what he says. Don't seek answers. He already gave you answers. You just gotta rest and trust in him. And that's all that it is to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to end with this. First and foremost, God, I thank you for bringing us together to be able to talk about you. And thank you for bringing us together to be able to be out here and just always keep us wrapped in your salvation, your mercy, and your love, Lord. I thank you for bringing two of your children together out here at this beautiful park today to be able to talk about your words that you gave us today. You gave us the uncomfortability to be able to be comfortable to come out here to talk to each other, Lord. Without you, we couldn't have done this. Without you, without me making my content, without him making this content, we will not be out here today, Lord. Just knowing that what you do works, and what you do is for a reason, and what you do is always on time is why I do what I do today, why he does what he does today, Lord. Just keep us wrapped in your mercy and keep us on the right track and keep us just keep us on track with you. Just keep us with you no matter what, Lord. Always know that we are here to spread the word and to help others and to seek only your validation, Lord. And just know that we love you dearly and we're always here to help you as well as your students, as your children, and also to just be a student and your child to you as well, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen, amen, amen.
I didn't even close my eyes. I was just speaking.
That's good. Sometimes people don't close their eyes.
Yeah.
When I be driving, I be praying too.
Literally, I just pray in my head.
I actually, I speak, and then sometimes, actually all the times in the morning, if I'm going to work or anything else, I don't put on music. I just sit in silence because I want to hear him. Even sometimes at night when I'm coming from home, I sometimes sit in silence because it is good to sit in silence sometimes to hear him.
Yes.
If you have been praying in the morning or during the day, it's good to sit through silence. You don't always got to listen to music. You don't always got to listen to a pastor or a sermon. You don't always got to listen to anything. Silence is probably one of the best things to sit through. It is uncomfortable because it's just silence. It's just you and God.
One thing to listen to that I will say, y'all know the answer to this. It's him.
That's it.
Because one thing I do want to tell y'all, when a preacher is preaching, when somebody is talking about the Lord, if he's really a believer, if they're really believers, it's not the person talking anyway. It's God using them to spread his gospel. Mm-hmm. Like one thing that, last thing that I do want to say is we idolize flesh.
Ooh.
We idolize flesh when we should be idolizing. Y'all know the answer. Come on now. Like, is it people that you look up to, like that gives you motivation? There's nothing wrong with that, but idolizing them is a thing that I can't idolize no flesh, because at the end of the day, I bleed the same way you bleed the same way I bleed, and we should all be here to help each other in the first place. So that's why, I have so much respect for these preachers, though, that's actually, preaching the real.
Yep.
And then I'm able to do the research in the Bible, and it's actually the real, instead of we just living by tradition. That's the biggest misconception with the world, period. And not just Christianity, too. Christianity, a lot of Christians live in tradition, right? But the thing that like my church and stuff like that does is like we just speak the real, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's why I respect him, because he talks about the real. And I was like, I'll watch his videos and now I'll look it up, so they're like, wow, he know his stuff for real. You know what I'm saying? Like he's actually in the word or whatever, right? And by all means, let me say this again. I don't know the whole Bible. I speak from what he speaks towards me.
I don't know the whole Bible either. I'm gonna be honest, I can barely cite scriptures. I'm my family do it. Like they are quick with it. My auntie is quick with it. My mom is quick. My sister is quick. Now my granny, that's the most powerful woman I know in the whole entire world, because that woman knows the Bible from front and back. She can quote a scripture like just like this so easy. And last thing, sorry to cut you off. Last thing I want to leave it off with. There are three voices that can also that can, I can't even talk. There are three voices, right? It's the enemy, the flesh, and the world. So the enemy, which is the devil, the flesh is what you like to do, what inspires you to do, and then the world, social media, people, stuff like that. So I will leave y'all with that. It's a lot with that. I wrote
the
down.
enemy, flesh, and the world.
Those are the three voices that can speak to you also, because you're not gonna know, but there's definitely some stuff out there that can speak to you and you don't even know.
That's the thing with them voices. All they're trying to do is just confuse you and get you off track from the actual Lord. That's it. But to end off, like, one thing, I appreciate this guy a lot for actually wanting me to come out here to talk about the Lord, and wanted to, because he actually helped me, which he don't know. He actually wanted to talk about the Lord and wanted to put himself around people who's a child of Christ, but not knowing that I don't even be around people like that for real besides my church. And he's helping me because he's putting me around him. Like, that's how the Lord works, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally how the Lord works. He sees, like, oh, he literally just did it. Oh, these two young men is on track of being children of the Lord and actually want to know me. I'm gonna put them together and try to reach other people out in the community. That's my biggest thing. That's why I do what I do today. I'm a qualified mental health specialist. I work with kids, and I'm trying to stop. The biggest thing that's going on in Toledo right now is violence, period, in any type of way, shape, or form. And I'll try my best to be an advocate to just help it. Because, like, is it gonna stop? No. Do I want it to stop? Of course. Can I lower down the probability of it happening? Probably. Am I going to try my best? Of course. That's why I love doing what I'm doing, because every day is constant work. It's constant work. It's constant work. And just for some announcements, and for you as well, I have a group called 1% Trifecta, where we come together, we help young adults, but we also come together as young adults of like ourselves and help each other and guide each other to live their 1%. And the trifecta means peace, purpose, and love. So, and then I'm finna start that back up, but I'm taking my time because a lot of things happen. So I had to get off track with that as well. But that's gonna come in place. So 1% Trifecta is gonna start up. We have a whole bunch of events that's about to come up, but I'm not gonna say no more on that. I'm gonna let the Lord do the work for me and put me in a position to be able to give you all the information when it's time to give you all the information. But just know there's a lot of things that I have in store for the rest of this year, and make sure I end this year off with a bang. But again, I appreciate you for even inviting me to be able to talk to you today, brother.
No problem, man. I appreciate you for coming out here, man, and willing to talk about the Lord, because I want to do this more often, but a lot of people, I don't know how serious they are with their walk with Christ. So, you know, I'm serious, but I can fall off track. But I'm
Mhm.
not gonna get into all that. We talked about that.
That's the whole point of having people around you. They're gonna
Yep.
keep you on track no matter what. And just for that, you got me out here, and we already connected from Columbus for
Yeah.
sure. But just knowing that we both on the same thing, oh, it's gonna happen way more. It's gonna be. We could do this every week if you want. Like, I love talking about the Lord or everything we go through. So that's the whole point of the Lord's Trifecta that I'm starting to. It's a group. We come out. This would be a great place to do it right here too.
It really would, yeah.
But we all just come out. We talk about life or whatever, but we also just guide people and help people. And then it's also about giving back to the community. So, like, I'm gonna be doing like giving. I'll probably go to Little Caesars, buy as many pizzas as I can, give to the homeless. I'm gonna do food drives, clothes drives. I'm gonna do even stuff for the kids. I'm gonna do a trunk or treat for the kids on Halloween and stuff. Like, I'm getting older now, and I used to love trick or treating. I used to love eating candy and stuff like that. So why not just get back to the children and show them that it's actually fun. Show them what fun is again, instead of them trying to live for the wrong things and the materialistic things. Now everybody wants to work and get money and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with working and getting money, but that's all everybody wants to do. It's so much more to life when you actually start exploring. I promise you. Once you start exploring a little more, put yourself out there, and get comfortable with being uncomfortable, you'll experience a lot more.
That's true. I can't wait for it to start happening though, because once it start happening, we got to do it for God and ourselves and helping other people. That's the one thing. I'm in school for social work. I'm planning to be a therapist, helping kids, teenagers, young adults.
You will
maybe
be a therapist.
Oh yeah, I will be a therapist.
Yes.
I gotta remember to say that because somebody told me that years ago. I always say I'm planning or I want to be or stuff like this. I gotta say I will be, so God knows or I know that I'm going to be. God already knows what I'm going to be. So for me, I gotta believe it and I gotta trust in Him that I will. That I am a therapist. I'm gonna say that too. I am a therapist. I will have my own practice. I will have my own, everything that I want. So I appreciate you for actually telling me that because I'm starting to work on, affirmations. Words of affirmation instead of saying, oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. I will do this. I will do that. That is the thing that I want to.
Self-love is key.
Yes, sir.
Self-love is key.
And at one point in time, I did not love myself at all.
At all.
Because I was actually disgusted with myself. I'm still disgusted with myself because of the things I went through. But
don't be though. We'll give it to the Lord and let it go.
Yes, sir.
He not gonna judge you. He's not gonna judge you at all. The only time he's gonna judge you is when Judgment Day comes.
Oh yeah.
That's the only time but he not gonna judge you at all. So don't let nobody else in the world even dictate that image on you either.
Yep.
So just always know that no matter how the world perceives you, because I was like that too. That's why I wanted to, like me praying every day, I wanted them to know that I'm a real big follower of Christ, this, that, and the third. I want to change my life, but understanding that I was just doing it just so I could just see it and actually doing it for myself. Now I'm actually starting to really do it for myself. Like I was always big on self-love. So when it comes to, like I said, dressing up, hygiene, smelling good, all them things or whatever, I was doing it to portray an image instead of doing it for myself. Once you start doing it for yourself and really understanding what self-love is, it'll be, see, I want to end it, but now, see, it started, everything started to pop in my brain now, see? Like, okay, there's one more thing I do want to talk about real quick. So, boom. No, don't forget it now. Dang it. It was about self-love and money and stuff like that. I think I did say it already though. Did I say money will buy happiness, but it won't like bring you peace?
Oh yeah.
I did say that. Okay.
You said, you literally said that money could bring you happiness, but it's not always gonna be that happiness because money can. It's the word that you said. It's a word. It's one word that you said that I have on my mind. I just can't say the word.
Temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary. Money is temporary. Money, you can lose money, but you can't lose wisdom. Wisdom is always gonna be in your system, but it's up to you to actually know that wisdom and use that wisdom.
That's why I always thank God for everything He does, because like a lot of these people who's like rich right now say, I'll never lose money, stuff like that, because they know what they're doing. Boom. But why do you think you know what you're doing, though? Because the wisdom that you have is the reason why you're not losing the money.
Yep.
Because you have the wisdom to be able to keep it. That's why you're not losing it. It's not because you're just getting a lot of money, it's not going to lose it. No, if you don't have the wisdom behind that money, you could lose it. It's a possibility of you can losing it. It's a possibility of God just taking away from you. Like, you're not really understanding the meaning of this for real. Like, money is a tool. And people idolize money as well. And money is just a piece of paper to me. And people take that like something, oh, he just try to sound smart. No, it's really just a piece of paper. It's a tool that you need for sure. Because, like, you can't get around. You can't have a house without money. You can't have a car without money. You can't have clothes without money, this and the third. But there's ways to get it, for sure. You can't eat without money for real, but it's ways to eat for free, for sure. If you want to eat how you really want to eat, you need to have the money, this and the third. You need to have that tool. But money, oh, thank you. So people say the money is the root of all evil. Me, it's truth to that for sure. But me, I say the lack of wisdom is the root of all evil. Because if you don't have the wisdom behind anything, how you gonna know something? So because people has money and doing the right thing with it and doing what they're supposed to do with it. So I don't think money really is the root of all evil. But this is just what I just started to overthink about, and I want the Lord to show me. You know what I'm saying? But like me just getting deeply into it, because this is how I think.
Yep.
So like I just think really deep into it. Is the money is the root of all evil? Ain't that in the Bible? Or I don't think it is. I don't know, but I'm about to go see. That's why I love this, because like I could do my research and see if it's in the Bible, this and the third. But like I feel like the lack of, matter of fact, and Ecclesiastes 7:12 is kind of like that. It says money's a shelter. I mean, wisdom is a shelter as money's a shelter. But the advantage of knowledge is this: knowledge will preserve those who have it. So, like, knowledge is just what you really need. If you have the knowledge behind that money, you'll keep it forever. That's the base thing I really want to say.
You gotta have wisdom and knowledge to do. We gotta have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do with anything in this world. If you don't have wisdom dealing with money, if you don't have knowledge dealing with money,
and you need that to deal with anything in the world.
Just anything in the world, because if you don't understand things, ask questions. If you don't have any wisdom, if you don't have any understanding, if you don't have any
oh my gosh, see, it's all coming to me now. Somebody had told me, there's no such thing as wrong questions. You're just asking the wrong people.
Wow.
You feel me? Wow. That's why you got to keep asking questions. There's no such thing as wrong questions. You're just asking the wrong people. You got to ask people. That's why it's good to put yourself out there. It's good to want to explore. Like, that's why you got to keep asking the same questions that you really want to know. Like the Lord, like how he just said, we always ask the Lord why. Why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I do this? Can I do that? We ask him the same questions and stuff like that. It might be the wrong question, because like you shouldn't question the Lord, because he has everything out for you. All you have to do is be patient and be obedient, and he's gonna give it to you. But if you ask the right people that question or whatever, basically what I'm trying to say is like there's no such thing as a wrong question. You're just asking the wrong people. That's really it. So the more I go, like I just flow. I love flowing. I don't like coming prepared to nothing. I like being, well, not like that, but like I like speaking from the heart. That's what I'm trying to say. I love to speak from the heart. I don't like to have anything prepared, planned. I don't like coming into like, I like to be authentic. I like to be myself. I like to show people that I'm processing things while I speak. I like to show people that I like to think before I talk. I like to show people to think before I react. I like to show people that I'm able to be calm, that I'm wise, but I don't know every single word. I like to be myself through the Lord. As long as I'm making him happy and I'm doing what he wants me to do, I could care less about what somebody think about me. At all. I could care less. And that's what I'll really end off with, because I could talk.
You can talk all day, bro. It's just, that's what God do. You know, he leads us, and He keeps leading us to what we need to talk to, what we need to share.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate you for real. We get up out of here for real this time, and shoot, it's more to come for sure.
Most definitely more to come.
Way more.
Always.